The charmer. Charmers create a mood of pleasure and comfort. They deflect attention from themselves and focus it on their target. They understand your spirit. They feel your pain, adapt to your moods. Charmers do not argue or fight, complain, or pester. The secret to capturing people's attention while lowering their power of reason is to strike the things that they have the least control over: their ego, their vanity, and their self-esteem. As Benjamin Disraeli said, talk to a man about himself and he'll listen for hours. Charm can be applied to a group as well as to an individual. Make your target the center of attention. Charmers fade into the background. Their targets become the spotlight during the play. You have to learn to let your targets talk, revealing themselves. As you find out more about them, their strengths, and more importantly, their weaknesses, you can individualize your attention, appealing to their specific desires and needs, tailoring your flatteries to their insecurities. By adapting to their spirit and empathizing with their woes, you can make them feel bigger and better, validating their sense of self-worth. On a mass level, make gestures of self-sacrifice, no matter how fake, to show the public that you share their pain and are working in their interests. Self-interest being the public form of egotism. Be a source of pleasure. No one wants to hear about your problems and troubles. Listen to your target's complaints, but more important, distract them from their problems by giving them pleasure. Being lighthearted and fun, energetic and elegant. In politics, provide illusion and myth rather than reality. Bring antagonism into harmony. The charmer knows how to soothe out conflict. Never stir up antagonisms that will prove immune to your charm. Never criticize people overtly. That will make them resistant. Plant ideas and insinuate suggestions. Lull your victims into ease and comfort. The key is to use the mirror effect. Seem to share their values and taste. Never pester or be overly persistent. These uncharming qualities disrupt the needed relaxation. Show calm and self-possession in the face of adversity. Adversity and setbacks actually provide the perfect setting for charm. Showing a calm, unruffled exterior in the face of unpleasantness puts people at ease. Never show anger, ill temper, or vengefulness, all disruptive emotions that will make people defensive. Let others get flustered and upset. The contrast will redound to your favor. Never whine, never complain, never try to justify yourself. Our personalities are often molded by how we are treated. If a parent or spouse is defensive or argumentative in dealing with us, we tend to respond the same way. Never mistake people's exterior characteristics for reality. For the character they show on the surface may be merely a reflection of the people with whom they have been most in contact, or a front disguising its own opposite. A gruff exterior may hide a person dying for warmth. A repressed, sober-looking type may actually be struggling to conceal uncontrollable emotions. That is the key to charm, feeding what has been repressed or denied. Indulgence is a powerful tool of seduction. It is hard to be angry or defensive with someone who seems to agree with your opinions and taste. In the end, the bloom of youth fades. There's always someone younger and more beautiful, and in any case, people tire of beauty without social grace. Remember to be careful. If you are passive, they will run all over you. If assertive, you will make their monstrous qualities worse. Dangers. There are those who are immune to a charmer, particularly cynics and confident types who do not need validation. These types can make problems for you. The solution is to befriend and charm as many people as possible. Secure your power through numbers, and you will not have to worry about the few you cannot seduce. Also, it is sometimes charming to reveal a strategic flaw, a disliked person. Confess it openly. Do not try to charm such an enemy. In difficult times, when people yearn for something substantial and firm, the political charmer may be in danger. Timing is everything. Never become the slave to your own spell. Keep it under control, something you can turn off and on at will.